Hello, friends. Namaste. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya. I live in Australia. So, I'll be the host for today's session. So, with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji, let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, TSSM Australia, Initiative of Pyramid Spiritual Society Movement. Please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel. So, last week we began our beautiful journey with this book called Soul's Journey by Peter Richelieu. So, with our very own pyramid master, Prasanna Medisetti from Houston. So, let me give you a recap of our last session. So, while our author, Peter Richelieu, was in a state of despair after the death of his brother Charles, the author is visited by Acharya, an Indian mystic. The conversations between our author and Acharya have been captured in this Soul's Journey book. Acharya was talking about evolution and of how that indefinable thing called life is found to flow through four kingdoms of nature, that is, minerals, vegetable, animal, and human kingdoms. How the life force evolves from one kingdom to other kingdom after having gained the experience it must obtain and then passes to higher forms. So in mineral, vegetable, and animal kingdom, we do have group soul consciousness, whereas in human, we have individual souls linked to each human being. We understand that no group soul can individualize into a human soul until all fear of human race have been overcome. Coming to human kingdom, the first important law which operates in human kingdom is the law of reincarnation. The second important law which operates for humans is the law of karma, often referred to as the law of cause and effect. We came to know that the man is an ego or soul. In the course of evolution, he has to use three vehicles of consciousness or bodies. These are known as mental or mind body, the astral or emotional body, and the physical body. The physical body is the one which we are functioning in and is visible to our human eyes. We did visualize that ego or soul as a naked man preparing to clothe himself with these three undercoverings or bodies. The least dense in texture is the mental body. This is the first layer that draws around the ego. This can be linked to the underclothes of a man. The ego next draws around himself a slightly coarser vehicle, emotional body. This body is, as it were, on top or outside the mental body. So the astral or emotional body, therefore, can be linked to the man's suit of clothes. So we have our mental body and then surrounded by our emotional body. So next comes our physical body. So it comes, this is our physical body which is visible to our eyes. So it corresponds to a man's overcoat. So we also talked about etheric double, which acts as a link between physical and astral body, so which we always experience during our sleep. So I'm excited to know what happens next in the book. So for that, I would like to welcome Prasanna to continue this session. Prasanna, over to you.
Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you for the whole 1 hour session. You summarized very well in the gist of 5 to 10 minutes. Really, I love your summary. Okay, now we shall continue the journey. So today also we will be talking about the concepts told by Acharya to him. Actual the practical. This is all the theory part, right? So actually the practical part will start from the next session onwards, which is the astral travel. How the astral travel will be happening. That will be done from the next. But today also, like we learned some of the concepts last class. But there are some of the questions when I'm referring to the law of cause and effect, right? So there are questions like I just referred as a karma or a karmic thing. So there are like the question I just wanted to expand here for the sake of all the viewers. There are three types of karma that we call. That is, one is sanchita karma. Sanch is like a bag, right? So the bag of karmas that we are actually carrying from incarnation to the incarnation. So that is the whole lot of karmas. So the prarabdha karma is a subset of that sanchita karma, which we decided to that we will take for this incarnation, and we will experience, or we will finish this incarnation. So those are known as the prarabdha karmas. Okay, so sanchita is the big, whatever it is, the whole thing, and the prarabdha karma is the part of it, and agami karma. So whatever the karmas that we are going to accumulate in this particular incarnation. So we may think that as a soul we are having that full knowledge that we are not the body, we are the soul, and whatever we are thinking only, we are actually making it. If somebody is doing anything, they are coming as a part of their part. They are playing their part, and they are not actually doing any harm, whereas they are helping us to fulfill our karma that we know as when we are in the soul, in the upper dimensions. But when we come to this earth plane, when we took the body and when we come to this earth plane, if somebody cheated, what we will say? Oh, this guy has cheated me, and this because of that, so much thing has happened to me. So we forget that we are the souls. We are again thinking that we are just the human body. So when we are actually cursing the other person, what will happen? We are actually getting the some more. We are actually accumulating the some more karmas in our account. Instead of what is our promise in the upper world, we thought that because I cheated on somebody, so I'll get cheated in this lifetime, and I'll gain that experience, and I'll finish off that karma. That is what we made an agreement on the upper world, and we came to this. But when somebody cheated us, we forget what we made an agreement, and we think that okay, somebody really did something bad to us, and then again we curse them. Because of that, what will happen is not only that our karma did not go, we have to still face that karma. And second thing is we added some more karma because we cursed the other person. So that kind of thing, whatever that karma that we are going to get in this lifetime is agami karma. That means the coming karma in this lifetime. These are the three different types of karma that we are actually facing. And this is only no animal, no plant, or no mineral soul will not have it. Only when a soul enters into the human body, then only this karmic account will start. Before that, we do not have any of this bondage. So this is called as, maybe in movies and all, you may be seeing it as a Chitragupta and has writing all the things. But these in general we call it as an Akashic records. Chitragupta is also, there is a meaning. Chitragupta, if you take it as Gupta Chitra, because whatever that we have done, Gupta means hidden, Chitra is like a painting. So whatever we have done, the karmic bond, so that will be written as a Gupta Chitra. So that is what will be written in the Akashic records. So that was written, instead of Gupta Chitra, they call it as Chitragupta, and that's how we know how our whatever that we have done, it will be written in the records. So those records are known as Akashic records. Okay, so in these records, every lifetime, whatever we are doing, that will be written. And we have to face. I'll give you a beautiful example how a man cannot escape from this karmic bondage. Okay, so we are all know the Ramayana epic, right? So in the Ramayana epic, you must have seen that when after the Vanavasam is done, Mata Sita was blamed by blamed by some layman, and saying that how can Rama took her back, because he spent so much time in the Lanka. How can he trust? How can Rama trust? So that is the reason Rama sent him to again to the forest. But even though sending the forest is the decision taken by Sita only because she wanted to raise her kids in the towards near the nature, not in the kingdom. So that was the nature, but still she could not take the word. How come a particular person, how can a layman can blame such a thing? And she is feeling so bad when she's going to that ashram also, she is feeling so bad. Okay, how come? So the Valmiki ashram or wherever the ashram that she is there, that Muni is asking, so why are you feeling so bad? Do you think that because you have came to this forest, that is the reason you are feeling bad? She said, no, no. The forest came is only somebody is messaging that they do not have access, Lavanya. So can you check on that? It is not the thing. Then why are you feeling bad? Then she said, like, because why someone have to point out me, why Rama has taken her back. That hurts me so much. Even though living in the forest, raising my kids in the forest is my own choice, but somebody pointed out me, that was actually giving me a lot of pain. Then that Muni is told, okay, go and check in your past, like have you done anything bad, because you got this one, right? So have you done anything bad? Can you check back? So she checked back all her lifetime, like what I have done, what I have done. Then she got one particular point where, if you remember, like when she is in the forest, because this Ravanasura came as a Maya lady. That time Rama went because Sita wanted to get that golden one, right? Then he went, and but after that there is because this Ravanasura has pretended that something happened to Rama, and Rama is shouting. So because of that, Sita is asking, Lakshmana, you go and take care of the brother. But he said, like, no, 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 nothing has happened to my brother. No one can do anything, but I don't want to go. I don't want to leave and go. But still, she insisted him to go, because he don't, but still he don't want to go. No, 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 my brother Rama, nothing will happen. That time she used a word to Sita, so to Lakshmana, saying that, do you want me? Do you want me? Do you want to? Because if Rama dies like this, do you have something, some bad intentions on me? That is why you are not going. That gives him a lot of pain to him. A lot means a lot of pain to him. So because whatever the pain that he faced, right, even for Sita Mata, she could not, even though she is she is a Sakti Swarupani, Paramatma, a part of Paramatma only came. But when she comes to the human, because when she took the birth in this particular earth school, or earth, on the earth, when she has done some mistake, because she used the wrong word when with the Lakshmana. So because of that she has to face in the future. So when Sita Mata, she herself, when the part of the Paramatma, the Sakti Swarupani, she herself has to face. So imagine that how we have to face. So whatever the cause and effect will be there for every word we use, for every thought we did it, and for every deed the karma comes in three. The one is from the thought. If you are thinking bad about somebody also, you are actually accumulating the karma. And if you are talking bad about somebody, the karma is accumulating. And third one is, if you are doing something bad to somebody, bad or good, whatever it is, so bad or good also, the karma accumulates. So the three pieces, from that is why they say manasa, vacha, karmana, right? So manasa, so thinking from the heart. Vacha, like the talking, and karmana, the doing. So these three things, whatever you do, if you do good, you will get good. If you are doing bad, you are going to get that bad karma only. So always remember these three things, you will be accumulating the karma. So you should be awareness in the meditation. Everywhere we say aware, aware, aware. Why we will say aware? Because before we talk, if we can think of whether whatever we are talking is right or not. Is it necessary or not? First talking. And is it a right thing? Are we talking a truth, or is it a right thing? Can we advise, or can we not? Or kind of things, if we are actually aware of the things that we are doing, half of the things we can just avoid it. So that there is I just want to give a good explanation about this karma and the different types of karmas, because these are the questions. In the last class, people felt like I went a bit speed. So I just wanted to give, if you have any question at this, I'll just stop for a few seconds. You can ask me. Is it clear now? I assume no questions, Lavanya.
Yes, Prasanna, please go ahead.
Okay. So now let us go back to our, we are discussing that etheric double. So etheric double is the one which is actually binding our body, physical body. Etheric double, the moment, because there are people who struggles at the last moments. Um, last moment, why they are actually struggling in the sense is they do not, they are not ready to go. When they are not ready to go, they will struggle there. So when they are not, when they are struggling actually, so the etheric double they cannot, because that time they will have a lot of, so the astral masters will come there and they will explain. So death is not the ultimate thing. This is only you are living a physical body. You have still, life is there, life goes on, life is continuous. Before your birth there is a life, and after your death there is a life. You are just took this body as a dress only for this particular, only for this period only. So then you will continue the life. So these astral masters will come and explain for everybody. So then when these people got explained, when they were physically, means when they were mentally ready, okay, now I'm okay to leave the body. So until that time these people will have a struggle, and they'll try to wrap around this etheric, they will try to wrap around and they will stay. Especially these things you can see that when there is a sudden kind of anything happened, or sudden accident or anything, right? So that time these people, because they were not ready to go, if there is some illness or anything, if they are actually going on, so slowly these people also will get ready mentally. But these people who have the things that will happen suddenly, they are not ready to go because they were so attached with the people or the things that they wanted to do in the physical plane. So for these people it will take some time to make them understand that no, your time is up and you have to come. So once these people mentally prepared, then only they can leave this etheric double. Then it will go as just like the powder kind of thing. Then the soul will release from the physical body. That is how it happens. Okay. Then how can you, now that is they are going to the astral body, that is the persons who are dying. But now when you are in the earth plane, is it possible to go to the astral plane and see the people who are already died or anything, or can you get the knowledge from them, or can you get the signals from them? That is what here our book is all, the soul's journey, right? So yes, what they are saying is you can go to the astral plane even when you are living in the physical body. You can still go to the astral plane and see. When you can go, when you are in the sleep, when your ego should die. Ego means you should not say that I kind of thing, right? So when that ego you are dropping, we always feel that I am Prasanna, I am this, I am that, something like that, right? So when that ego dies, then only you are able to travel to the higher worlds. So when we will when we will drop that ego, only when we are in the sleep. Because when we go to the sleep, we totally forget whom we are. We will take the rest. So at that time our soul will get released from the body, and the body will still, well the body is getting sleep, the soul can travel. Or the second thing is the conscious sleep. The consciously where you can go is the meditation. So when you are in the deep meditation also, there you will get a chance to leave your body and travel consciously and go to the other worlds and see what is happening there. Okay, and you can get the knowledge, you can meet your relatives or whoever it is. If they are still in the astral plane, you can still meet them and all the things. So here many people will have the question like, oh my god, if I leave my physical body and go, now by the time I come back, if something happened to my physical body, if people think that I'm dead, and what will happen? So nothing will happen, because the moment the physical body wants to get up, the moment, the very second it wants to get up, the SOS message will send to your astral plane, because your physical body and your astral body is always connected with a silver cord. So the immediately the next second you will be dropped, you will be back into your physical body. So there is no such things, because there are so many people saying heard. So we went to the astral, because there are some what is a fiction stories, right? So when they are in the astral plane, when they went to the astral travel, the body was taken away by somebody or something like that. So it is not at all possible. Even if in extraordinary cases, when the body one vacated, and if somebody else is taking that body, that is a very rare cases will happen, but both the souls should agree. So until and unless nobody can take that body, so that is all not possible. So astral travel, when we are doing, your nothing will happen to your physical body, and you can come back all the time. So this experience, this astral travel experience, is possible for everyone. It is not that only for Himalayan munis or anything. So Himalayan munis may be traveling whenever they want, but it is astral travel is possible by everyone in the meditation. But everyone is traveling in the sleep. But only thing is, because we are not aware, we are not aware in the normal cases. If even though you went somewhere and we came back in the normally astral travel, but you will not remember it. Sometimes vaguely you may remember, you feel that it as a dream. Okay, so that is possible with the astral travel. As with astral travel, you can travel to the higher worlds and come back. That is possible. Okay, during the lifetime, it is possible. Any lifetime, you can take the full advantage and full opportunities to learning the things or see the other people or anything. You can take the full advantages of it. Okay, when a man dies, that is different. When a man dies, no longer the physical body, he completely feels the strange world, because there are immediately after the death, what will happen, because he craves for the physical life. Immediately after death, everybody wants to crave for the physical life, because they are not ready to, because they were it always takes transition, right? When you are coming from India to US, so how do you feel? You feel that, oh, my India is good and I want to go back all the time. And many of us still feel like after 2 years or 3 years, we want to go back and see, because we've got used to that there, and so we want to go there. Similarly, when so many years, when you live in the physical world, when you go to the astral plane, always a man wants to go back to the physical world and want to be experienced. That is a very natural moment. Okay, at the moment of death, when the heart ceases the beat, the etheric double will come out. So that this I already explained to you. Man who dies the fearing, right? So when men who died of the fear, with the fear, right, and refuse to take accept. So those who are actually died with the fear, they will refuse to accept the reality. They will refuse to accept that they were no more in the physical world. So for these people, it will be very hard, because they were, especially in accidents and sudden things, that when the things were happened, they will refuse. We are not, we don't want to go to the astral world. We still want to live in the physical world. Oh, my loved ones are there, my son is there, my daughter is there, my wife is there, my husband is there. So similarly, all these things, they wanted to come back, or they wanted to live in the this physical world only. Okay, they will resist. They will resist very much to go back to the astral world, where they have to ascend themselves. They have to ascend from astral world to the next world, there are different planes which they have to ascend. So they don't want to go. They wanted to come back always to the physical world, because they were not mentally and physically, they were not ready. So these people, it will take some time to go back to the astral world, because they will be living as an earth plane. So whatever that we are doing some karma, or whatever do we do it, right? Those 2 weeks, the soul will be around the family members only. But there are souls who will be more time to the earthbound souls only, because maybe the people who are in the earth, because maybe the family members, they are crying for the people. Oh, we miss him, or we miss her. In that case, we are pulling that soul not to go to the not to ascend to the other planes. We are pulling that soul back because we are crying. So in that case also, or the soul, he or she herself was not actually ready to go, and they wanted to pull back, and they wanted to stay. So it, for them, it takes some time to understand that staying in the earth plane, we can't do anything. because they wanted to help the family, or they wanted to help the people. They wanted to do their duties, whatever they want to do. But here on the earth plane, they can't see them, right? We can't see the souls who are trying to help or anything. When we can't see and they want to try to do something, what will happen? After some time, they feel it is very frustrating, because hey, I'm trying to do something, but these people are not understanding, right? So in that case, so that time, still that time also the astral masters will try to explain. That time they will listen. Okay, now I think I'm not in the earth, that is why these people are not actually understanding it. I have to ascend my life and I have to take my own path. It is not that whatever the earth plane, whatever my role I have taken is done, so I have to go. So that time they will understand. So until that time, the some of the souls who went sudden, it takes some time to understand and go to the upper worlds. Yeah, as I told you, the astral world is complete thing of illusions. It is all composed of the very finer kind of a gas. The bodies will be like a gas bodies, something like that. They were like a density. They were more density compared to the other higher worlds, but they were lighter compared to our earth plane. Okay, the bodies will be very finely gas bodies kind of thing. You can see, we can see in the astral bodies. Okay, you must have seen many videos like how the soul gone, and that also you'll see the white gas kind of thing is going out of the body, right? These days people are recording that soul is going out of the body, right? Similar thing. Okay, the emotion, suppose if you are living in the emotions of the love, gratitude, unselfishness, if these emotions, it will be very easy for you to ascend even after the death also, because ascend in the sense you can go from one level to the other level, and you can learn what is there and what is the soul knowledge or whatever. You can go to the upper levels and come back. Our life depends upon, there are from the earth, after that there are some 6 to 7 levels, 7 planes are there. So from which plane you are coming back? Are you coming back from astral plane itself? Are you coming back to the going to the next level, learning something and coming back? So it next life is depends upon how much you are actually going, how much you are learning and coming back. So if you don't know, if you are actually not having any very low vibrations, right? Suppose if you died with the fear, you died with the jealousy, you died with very selfishness, then you will be so dense. So when you are having these kind of low vibrations, you will be so dense. Nowadays actually that is what it is saying, because as the topic comes, I'm saying the earth is moving to the third dimensional, to the fifth dimension. That is what all the new spiritual knowledge, new spiritual age people are saying. Earth is moving to the third dimensional, to the fifth dimensional. In this, if you are having a low vibrations, because you will be more dense and you will be leaving the third dimensions only. If you are living in, if you are going to live in the third dimensional earth only, then means you have no place to live. So you have to die. So you have to vacate your body. You have to vacate your physical body. That is why in order to vibrate higher, what do you mean by vibrating higher? Higher frequencies, how can we vibrate the higher frequencies? Only by vibrating in the high emotions, high frequency emotions. What are the high frequency emotions? Love all, love equally, love unconditionally, show gratitude for everything, and unselfishness. Do not think anything, everything in the selfishness. So do unselfishness. Leave the greed, envy, jealousy, selfish love, pride. All these things are all the low emotions or low vibratory emotions. So if you are leaving these low vibratory emotions and moving on to the high vibratory emotions, then you can ascend. You can ascend from third dimension of the earth to the fifth dimension of the earth. This is what actually many books were written like long back, even from 600 BC onwards. Also, when I read the books in the spiritual journey, there are 600 BC itself. There are some books was written that after 21st century, these things will be happening. That is what actually we are facing. So, in order to live or in order to lead our life coolly, let us vibrate higher. So, when we are vibrating higher, in the sense, just love all, show gratitude, unselfishness. So these qualities we have to vibrate. So these are the things even Acharya is telling to this Peter Richelu. So these are the vibrations which we have to vibrate. So the astral world is with the, even if you are in the astral world, even if you go to the, if you are with the low vibrations, you will be in that only very lowest plane only you will be there. You will always fear, you will always feel envy, and nobody will care for you, because that kind of world, right? That's a different world. It is not the earth world. So we have to leave these vibrations, even if you are actually, because if you are at the end, if you are going with the envy or with the fear, so those vibrations only will carry. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, they says that what you remember at the end of your life, that only you will carry to the next life. So similarly, if you at the end of the life, whatever you are carrying, right, that only will be carried to the next level or next life, and that will come. That is the reason why, if you see, right, there are some past life regression courses stories. If you, there is a boy who is getting very scared of swimming, and parents want him to swim, and he, as soon as he saw the water, he's getting very scared. So when he was taken into the past life regression, he died. In the previous incarnation, he died because he was drowned into the water. So because of that, he had that fear inside. Because at the death, at the time of death, he has a lot of fear of the water, because he drowned and he died. So that fear is carried out, because that is the emotion, last emotion that he faced in this earth field, that is carrying to the next incarnation also. So if we are vibrating at these low frequencies, those low frequencies will come again to the next birth also. So we have to, when we once we know that these are not a worthwhile emotions, we have to leave these emotions and go to the other emotions, like love all equally, and then unconditional love, show the gratitude. These are the highest emotions. Okay. So while the physical body, as we come back, so while the physical bodies are asleep, we function in the astral bodies. We function as an astral bodies, and we can meet friends and relatives who have died, and then we can learn the knowledge from the astral plane also. So here what we are saying is, if you are actually mere working about the money, just getting the money as a businessman or anything, then you will not have any work in the astral plane, even when you died and go. So in the astral plane, there is no need of money. So what do? You can't do the business there. What are you going to do? Suppose if you are a magician, if you are a painter, if you are an artist, even if you are something that you are researching something, so all these things will be continued. Even after your death, you will be able to continue, you will be able to get an expertise in that, and when you come to the next incarnation, you will get with the more expertise. That is the reason why some of the singers or musicians, they can, at the beginning itself, they can start with a very high level, even without learning much also, they'll be able to practice much, because they already got that knowledge and they came. That's why they'll say that he born with the talent. How he is born with the talent? Because he already accumulated, that intellect itself is having that particular talent. That is why he is already have accumulated knowledge is there. So because of that, what the author and what every spiritual book says is, do not just lead the life just by earning the money. Do something which will give a happiness to your soul. It could be any painting, or it could be art, any art or anything that you like it. So develop some habit where you will feel, where your soul will enjoy, so that these things will come along with you in your journey. So the just mere earning the money and earning the properties here in this physical plane, you cannot take any of them. But whatever the talent you acquired, it is going to come along with you with your soul. So that is why we always should try to improve our knowledge in the soul, at the soul level, so that which we can carry from the one incarnation to the another incarnation. So there, if you go in the astral plane, if you are an artist, so only thing what you need to know is, so you must have the imagination power, how detail you can do it, How detailed you painting you can do it. So once you are imagining, once you are creating those delivering those thoughts, that paint will come, that art will come. As long as someone's thought is there on that art will be there. Okay, that is how it will be there, and all this knowledge will be stored in our higher self, that whoever our soul, mother soul, and that will be the reservoir of our knowledge. So always we can access our knowledge, we can access the more knowledge by connecting to our higher self, connecting to our soul mother. That is what actually last session also I started with the meditation, connecting to your higher self. So today also at the end of the session we will continue that, connecting to your higher self. Once you connected to your higher self, that is having a reservoir of your knowledge, whatever you learned already. So thus that knowledge you will be able to access it. So, or you can say in the scientifically, the subconscious mind, all the knowledge is there, you can tap and open that knowledge, and you can use that knowledge in this lifetime also. So you should have that connection to your higher self. When you can connect to your higher self, by being aware in the meditation. Okay, once you went to the, so yeah, once you leave the body, and once when you went to the astral plane, so you will be shown as your, as a reel, as a movie reel, all the life will be shown to you. So from birth to now, what you have done. So there you feel like, oh, how many opportunities I have wasted. I did so worst here. I could not have done here. I would have means I should have been more sensible here. So whatever that you are feeling that time, right? So there you cannot say that no, I did it right. You cannot say, because there you are not in with your physical body. So your thinking will be very irrational. Okay, it won't be rational like when you are in the human plane, in the earth plane. So you will clearly, and nobody will judge you. You will judge yourself, whatever the activity is. So this is the place where I have done wrong. This is the place where I have done wrong. This I would have done better. This I would not have done. This I would have done much more better, kind of thing. You yourself will judge what you have done in the lifetime. So you will give your own marks. Nobody will give you the marks for you. Okay, there are people in the world who makes troubles themselves by worrying about the things which they have no control, being pessimistic. Okay, always feeling worst thing will happen. So there are people in this world, right? Always they feel that that might happen, this might happen. The bad things are always trying to imagine, and and they will get depressed. And someday that will happen. Why? That will happen because you are the creator of your own reality. So whenever you are releasing a vibration to the universe, so whatever you want, you have to release. Whatever you don't want, you should not release. Suppose if you say, right, I wanted to have a good health. I wanted to do so many things. That is my wish. So I should not think that I should not get sick. I should not get hospitalized. This is not the way that I should think. I should always think that I can do this. I can, whatever the things that I can do, right? Only those things. So what I want, only we have to think. What we do not want, we should not, because the nature or the universe does not know the negation words. So whatever the word, suppose if you think you do not want illness, the illness is the only thing that you are actually releasing to the universe. So you will get illness someday or the other, because you are actually releasing those thoughts only. So always remember that you release the thoughts what you want. So you are only the creator. So these people, many people, you must, I'm not feeling well, something is aching here, I have to go. Because by doing that again and again and again, you are creating that illness, because your thoughts is the only one which is creating the illness. Your body disease means dis-ease. It is not disease, it is a dis-ease. It is a, you are not easily flowing it. The energy is not flowing easily because of all your thoughts. You are blocking everywhere. When you are blocking, our from the life force is not flowing from the top to bottom. So whenever it is not flowing, there is a blockage is happening. Whatever the weakest part, the blockage will be more, and that particular part will start aching to you. So you are creating your own, not only your destiny, you are creating your own diseases also. So if your thinking process is right, you can do all the things right. Get rid of, and for one thing that we have to remember is, we will have some reward if you do good thing, we will have some punishment if you are doing bad. Get rid of that idea itself. There is no reward, there is no punishment, because this is what we bought up from the beginning, right? Because from the, as a childhood also, if something is not done, okay, time up. timeout. I'll give you a timeout. If you achieve something in the school, okay, there is a good reward. Ask what do you want. So we are raising our kids with the reward and punishment thing only, because always we are using that reward punishment thing only. We are not trying to explain it. Because of that, we also think that there is a reward and punishment for our actions. There is no reward and punishment. There is only the result. There's only result. Whatever we have done, that result will be there. There's no reward or there is no punishment. If you are doing some good things, it will be the good result will be there. If you are doing some bad things, the bad result will be there. And remember, friends, there won't be any. Suppose if you are doing 10 good things, 2 bad things, only 8 good things will not come. This is not a perfect mathematics. You will have for 8 good things, you will have 8 good results. For 2 bad things, you will have 2 bad results. You have to take up both the activities, both good and bad karmic results also. You have to take it there. It won't get negated like in our mathematics. Okay. So in the science, yeah, not only the music, science and literature, nature, if you are appreciating the nature, and if you are actually doing any research in your research of finding out the medicine for any of these medicine for any of these diseases or anything, if you are doing some research, all these things also you can continue, because this will be part of your intellect. So it will not remove, and you will be carrying from the one lifetime to the another lifetime. So the only thing is mere earning of the money. If you are doing some business or something, those things will not be helpful. But all other things that, whatever the things that you are doing something for the useful to the people, that will be always be helpful. Suppose if you see like all the great scientists like Newton or anything, if you read about their stories, they have been experimenting for a long time in their labs, but they got an idea only when they are in the sleeping time or something. It is not that when they're experimenting they did get an idea, because when they are able to access their subconscious mind, or when they're able to, because somebody from the other planes are also helping us, somebody from the other planes are also giving an advice. So when you are in that state of mind, when you are able to access that, then only you will be able to see that, or you will be able to seek that one. So all the scientists also agree that okay, we got these ideas only in the subcon, and not in the regular time, but in sleeping or in a random times. So these are the times where you will be able to access the other higher knowledge. Okay. Now the question is like, yeah, now the first day, until that he explained and he came back. That is the end of chapter 2. And again the next day also 11 o'clock. Can the bad karma compensate it? What is that question? Let me read the question. Can the bad karma compensated by doing good karma? Like, will that not wipe out if we do the good karmas? No, friends, that is what I'm explaining. If you do some bad karma and if you do some good karma, that will not get wiped out. You have to face the result of that bad karma, as well as you have to face the result of that good karma, both. So generally people will think that by doing a lot of things in the business, so many cheating in the business, and in the part of the profit, if you give to a temple or if you give to somebody some charity, people think that that bad karma will get wiped off. No, whatever that you have done cheating, you have to take that effect, as well as if you are doing some good charity work, you have to take that good karma effect. So those two are separate. Hope that clarifies you. Okay, now the third day, Acharya came again as usual at 11 o'clock, and he saw that rather Peter Richel is writing sincerely. He's writing all that. Okay, that's good, Sandeep. So he's writing all the notes, whatever the Acharya has explained. He's taking the notes. And next day he came. Okay, he came to today is the third day. What he is explaining is what is this hell and heaven. Okay, immediately that bad karma and good karma, when we have to face everything, the next question comes: is the hell exists? Is the heaven exists? Then, when the hell and heaven exists, why we have to face again in this that bad karma again in the next incarnation? We must have already taken off our things in the hell, right? Then why we have to? So what he is explaining is there is no such thing called hell or heaven. There is nothing is in the hell or heaven. We just all the feel that there is something. This is all our imagination. So in the way he is explaining the different planes, we will come to know that there are some of the planes where you feel that if you reach that plane, you feel that that is a heaven, because everything is possible, everything is coming. That is you feel that it is heaven. Because of that, the soul who went to that level and come back, it explained that it is in heaven, because there everything was so nice, so it explained it as in heaven. Okay, so what is the hell? So there is a period called, in the Christianity also they say there's a purgatory period. So he's explaining about that purgatory period. So this purgatory period, what will happen? What is this? So this is the purgatory period, is a place where I just now explained. As soon as you left the physical world, when you go to the astral world, all the life will be shown as a like a movie reel. Okay, in that reel you will get to know, because there itself you feel like, suppose you spend your lifetime, whatever the lifetime you were given, you spend by doing a good deeds and all. What you feel when the whole lifetime was given, whatever the mistakes you have done, you will try to learn that, and you will be happy. Suppose if you wasted your lifetime, you cheated everybody, you did all kinds of nonsense in the lifetime, you wasted your lifetime, how do you feel? Because when you as a soul, you feel that, oh my god, I wasted all the life, you feel so regret in the life, right? I would not have done that. Why I have done this one, right? So that is the period that is called a purgatory period. So it is like you yourself are feeling so guilt of what you have done. So that will happen in the purgatory period. Yeah. So all your faults will be eliminated rather than a painful process. How the faults will be eliminated? It will not be, it will show you, it will show you what you have done. It will be shown to you. So you yourself will decide. As I told you before, you yourself will correct your life paper. How much good you have done, how much bad you have done, you yourself will be done. So here they will give some of the examples in the purgatory period, how the things will be moving. How few examples were given that we will discuss today. Okay, because here you will have the different state of consciousness. It may be the soul plan to waste it and then understand, right? No soul, because no one want to waste, because that getting the human body itself is a very it's a very precious, because you will not get, you have to wait in order to get the lifetime, right? Lifetime on this earth, to get the place you will be having in the queue. But once you come to the queue, you have to have, so there may be the things, because suppose, as you said, so you may think that, right? Suppose that a person was born as a what do you say, as a blind person, you may think that they have done so much bad things, that is why he came as a blind. That in that cases it may not be, because he wanted to experience a life as a blind person. Okay, that is his soul plan, because that is a soul plan. He can come and he can act like that. So but wasting the life will not be any soul plan. I'll tell you, the one of the biggest crime that was considered in the spirit world is wasting the life. Okay, when we are wasting the life, that is the big, when you think that you are wasting the life, when you committing a suicide, that is what, when you are wasting the life, that is the biggest crime in the soul world. More than anything, that's the biggest crime. So that will explain when it comes there. Okay, because when you are having the different state of consciousness, you will know that you are the conscious, you are not the body. So you will be able to clearly understand, or you will be able to clearly differentiate whether the good or bad. Okay, you will be able to, very honestly, just justifiably, you will be able to judge yourself. Okay, and if everything was in the prarabdha karma and the will, then what is that you are going to do? In the life, it is not only the 10 or 20% only you are going to take it from your sanchita karma as a prarabdha karma. The remaining 70-80% of the thing will be in your free will. So whatever the will that it comes against your will, even the higher self cannot do anything. That is what, even the God is there beside you also, he cannot do against your will. Your soul will is the main ultimate thing. So you, until unless you, even death can't come to you until and unless you decided that I can go. Because when the astral masters are coming and explaining you that this is your time is up and you have to come, until you yourself decided, then only the etheric double will come out of your body. Otherwise you'll still struggle. That is the reason why many people will be in the bed for longer time in the before they die, because they were not agreed for the death. And then that is the time when these people will be there. So when death itself cannot come without your will, how can you think that other things will come? So nobody, nothing will. This is all in the free will we are doing it. So the question here is, how does the children will be there? Why the children are coming and they are dying at the early age? What is that they have done? Why they are dying in the these children, whoever actually dying in the small age, they do not have any, because they do not have any karma or anything was attached to them. They will come back soon to the in this lifetime. Because they have not done anything bad or anything in this physical plane, they will go and they'll come back very soon. Sometimes in the same family also they will come back. Why they come back, why they come and why they have to die in the short age is, that is the karmic bondage of the parents. Because the parents are the one who has to take that pain, losing a kid pain. The parents are has to take. That is the why kids are coming and going. It is not the kids fault, it is the parents karmic bondage. So sometimes the kids may come back to the same parents also, or same family also. Okay. The other names of the astral plane is also known as the desire plane or emotional plane. We also call it as a desire plane, because all your desires will be fulfilled in the emotional, in the desires plane, and all your emotions will be there in the emotional plane. Okay. Then yeah, suppose here we'll take suppose an alcoholic, a person who is an alcoholic, he died. So what will happen to him? Okay, what will happen, what will be the hell for him? That is what he's trying to explain. Okay, he still, even after the death also, he still wanted to have the drinking. But in the astral plane, even because the drink will come, the moment you think of it will come, but you will not get that kick or whatever you say in the physical plane, that whatever you have it, right, you will not get it because of that. Because how much ever you drink, you will not getting that one. Then what do you feel? You feel that is hell, right? Because whatever that feeling you got when you are on earth plane, you are not getting anymore. How much ever you are drinking, that is what the hell, that is that feeling is the hell. So they feel that what is this nonsense? However, only thing that they can do is they will go to the earth plane, and they will be beside the persons who are drinking a lot. They will get, with that smell, they'll get a little bit, not so much, very little bit. So after some time, they'll get frustrated. What they have done is wrong. So they wasted their lifetime by drinking, and they hurted the whole family members. So still, because of that habit, they still want to drink even after going to the astral plane. And then when that is the feeling, they call it as hell, because around him there are so many drinks. The moment he thought of, the drinks will be there, but he is drinking, he is not getting that particular feeling. So when he is not getting the feeling, that feeling is a hell, he call it as. Then he rewind his life, how much he suffered because of his drinking, how many people have suffered, how much he made the other people suffer, right? So then he realizes what he has done, the thing, then he'll ascend to the next plane. So that particular period is called that purgatory period. Okay. In another case, suppose if we take another very extremely jealous man. He was a very jealous, and he was extremely greedy man. He was very greedy. He accumulated the gold, money throughout his lifetime. Okay, he accumulated, and he kept at one place, and he died. And after he died, his son or his wife or whoever is, he opened it. Amma, this guy, whenever he is there, he never let us enjoy it. So they are just selling them, and they are actually taking, and they are selling them, and they are actually using those the money, and they are enjoying. So see what is that soul will feel, because as a soul, they are able to see these people, right? Oh, my money, these people are using my money, these people. So that feeling, because Throughout his lifetime, he accumulated that money, gold, and kept aside. And the moment he left the world, the other people are using that left and right. How he feels, that particular feeling is nothing but the hell. Okay. And a businessman cheated another cheated his competitor, and he went ahead. But later the person whoever got cheated, and he come back and he was also made his business a very big. Okay. So this first businessman is saying is five. See, in the first time initially when he got defeated, he said, in the business it is common, I have to defeat him, I have to be cutthroat in the kind of business. That is what that is his unfortunate. Later, when he come back, he is saying that, okay, because of me only that man was able to come up. That is what he satisfied himself. But when he went to as astral plane after death, when he went an astral plane, he saw what actually has done. When that particular businessman was got defeated, because he do not have any money, his son who has to go to the college, he stopped his college, and he went and took a small job. Because of that frustration and all, he went into the bad company, and he was into the drug or alcoholic or whatever it is, it happened. And after some time he was caught by the police, and he was into the prison. By knowing this news, the son went into the prison, the mother got a heart stroke and she died because she couldn't take it. So all this the other businessman doesn't know. But when he went into the astral plane, he saw all the thing what happened to the other businessman. So he was the cause. He has to take the karma of that particular son who entered the bad company. He took that karma of that woman, because he is the reason for women dying, right? All this karma came into his account because of his whatever the task that he has done. He saw only the physical thing, because of me only the other person is able to come up, but he did not see the what happened, what negative things happened to the other person, right? So all this karmic bondage was on this particular businessman account. So once he saw that entire thing, right? Yeah, and the entire cinema reel, he cannot say that I didn't do it. That is his karma. He cannot say that because of me initiated this one, everything is happened. Because of that, all the karmic bondage come to his account. He has to face it. Okay, these are the things. These are the few examples that we have given, like how actually the karmic bondage will happen, how the things will be happening, how the purgatory period, what is the hell means, what all those things. Okay, when a spiritually minded people, suppose if you are in the spiritually minded people, I'll just answer you, Sandeep, because I'm not able to see full message. I'll answer you once I finished. Spirituality minded people, the man who meditated deeply into the higher things, there waits infinity bliss. Because when deeply, if he is meditating during his lifetime, he will have the faith. He will be able to know, because we are meditating, because we are in the spiritual world, we are sitting here in this Zoom and we are doing this satsang, which means that we are all learning how the knowledge is there, right? How the soul knowledge, how the soul will get evaluated, all these things we are able to see, learn. When we know these things, we won't do the mistakes. Okay, because of the meditation, because we are able to go see all these things only, we came to this. A philanthropist who is during lifetime had one thought, one object view, helping his fellow man, has perfect. He will have a very great opportunities, because when he goes to the astral world also, he can help all other people also. Here he might be giving the money and helping the other people. There also he can spend his time for other people, to go to the higher worlds and to understand what is important for their ascending and all those things. He can see that. Okay, the children. So if the children dies, what will happen? Nothing will happen, because there will be so many mothers who wanted to give the life, to give the love to the kids. So there will be so many foster moms, they call it as. So there will be so many moms will be there, and those moms will be taken care if the kids were died here, and they will take care. And one question comes here from the other, like when the kids died at the age of 5 or 6, does these kids will grow in the astral world? Usually the growth is there only in the physical world. Suppose a kid was died at the age of 5, the kid will be there. 5 years age only, there in the astral plane, until she ascended to the next level and come back to the earth. You will be, there is a one example there, they quoted, there is their girl was died at the age of 5. Okay. And after 10 years or after 15 years, the parents also got died. And once they went to the astral plane, this mother is actually imagining. So 5 years, at the age of 5 years, my daughter died. Now the 10 years is done, 15 years old girl. So she is imagining her daughter as a 15 years old girl, and she is actually searching for her. There she saw a girl like with a tall and with some features, because the astral world is all the imaginary world, right? The moment you imagine something, you will be able to see that there. So the moment this lady imagined, so she is able to see that 15 years old girl, and she said, oh, you are my daughter. That, but this man who has some knowledge about the soul, he is actually sitting quietly, because his daughter is still 5 years old only. It is, she is there in the astral plane. He knows that the daughter will not grow to the 15 years after, because after it has been 10 years. So in the astral plane there is no growth. The example why he have given is, in the astral plane there won't be any growth. The growth is only at the physical level. Physical level only, we grow old, we grow, we die, all these things. In the astral plane, until we grow only the spiritually, we will not go at the physical level. Okay. Next examples. What is child after the death? That is what we have seen, right? Okay. Yeah, one more example. Two people got married in a very poor circumstances. So they got a baby. Because they were longing for a child, and they got a baby. So when they got a baby, the baby was supposed to born in a rich family. Means in the rich family, in a sense, very very good family. But the child born in a born for them. They, what will happen? What happened is, so they lost after the 2 years. The boy got whoever the born boy, the new boy, got died. He died. So because of that grief, so the mother became very silent, and she was, after that, after she come out of the grief, she is taking care of the all household. And the man, he kept all his focus on the business. Okay. And he became so rich. After the 6 years, means after the boy died, 6 years, after 6 years, they became so rich, because they were all having all the things. Then the soul again incarnated in the same family, because the boy's thing, he do not want to born in a poor family. But because that he came the 2 year, just 2 years, there's no karmic bondage for him. Because of the karmic bondage of the parents only, he came, and he went back, and he came again to the same family when the family was in the position as the boy thinks. So and he had a good life, kind of thing. Okay. This is how, for everything, for every reason, we may think that when the two people got married, oh, they were not suited couple. Why do they get married? So we may think that, but they will be having some reason. Everything will be happen for a reason, because there are major incidents will be written, and we come back. That's what we say, that when the major incidents was already written in the upper worlds, and we come back, right? So when so marriage, all these things are all the major incidents. So where we have to born, which family we have to born, where we have to grow up, all these things are all the major incidents. So we already know, and we came back. So some people may think that, okay, I would not have married you, otherwise I would have got it in a very good thing. No, that is not the thing. You married because you decided. In the upper world, you decided and you came back. So that is why you married. So whatever the thing is, we have to face it, because that was written the fate by us only, nobody else. Okay. So this is what he explained to our thing. And the third day, so with this, mostly the theoretical part is done, I can say. From next day onwards, he wanted to show him practically means he wanted to make him to the astral plane. He wanted to take, the Acharya wanted to take our Peter Richilu to the astral plane. Whatever that he explained, these are the things in the astral plane, he wanted to take him and show first. It is not that theory is over, just once in a while, because theory he explained all about the astral plane. He wanted to take him along with him and show how. So when we can go to the astral plane only in the time of sleep. In the time of sleep, if we go every day, we are traveling. We all are traveling, but some may be knowing what is happening in the astral plane, and some we may not know it. Why? Because we are not conscious enough. So this Acharya is saying that you should not meet today, tomorrow, because meat is again the fear. Meat is having that emotions of fear, right? Because that why we would not want to eat meat in the spiritual journey, because when you are actually killing an animal, every part of that animal will be shivering because it is dying. So that fear is there with the every part of it. So that one, if you are eating, so that fear will come to you. So that fear is a low density emotions, as we told, right? So low density emotions, when you are having, your body may not able to travel the astral plane. That's what he is saying, that do not eat meat today, tomorrow, and do not take alcohol, because this author is having that eating a meat habit and alcohol. He told, don't eat and don't drink. And also he will give like okay, I'll give some tablet kind of thing. Why he has given that tablet will explain. He'll explain. It's nothing but because we have to be aware of it, right? So for awareness, he just using that word, like he is using the some tablet, and go to before 7 o'clock you have to eat, and go to bed by 9:45. By 9:45, by 9:30 you go. By 9:45 I will come and I'll take you to the astral plane, because that is the time where you are actually dropping into your sleep. That you are losing the awareness of me, ego. When you are losing the ego, awareness of ego, you can able to travel. Your body, astral body, can travel to the other planes. So how he is traveling, what are the things that he is doing, what he is seeing in the astral plane, that we will see in the next chapter. Okay, so we have done until the third chapter today. Now I can see the questions. Lavanya, we can see question. There are so many questions came, I guess.
Yeah, yes.
We can go with the meditation and see.
Yeah, we can
What
go
do
with
you
the
say?
meditation. We can take the questions later.
Okay, so let us do some 5 to 10 minutes meditation, 5 minutes meditation.
Yeah.
As I mentioned last time, the higher self connection, right? So we will also try to connect with our higher self, because throughout my the sessions, I'll just do that meditation of spiritual higher self connectivity meditations only, so that you will have some continuity there as well. Okay, okay, friends. Let us sit in a meditative posture. If you are sitting down, cross your legs. If you are sitting on a chair like me, cross your feet, and then fingers like this, and you can close your eyes. And we do not, if you are doing spectacles, you do not need your spectacles at the time of meditation. Let us sit in a comfortable posture. Adjust your posture so that you're comfortable. Imagine your body, entire body is relaxing, starting from your toes, bring the feeling of relaxation into your feet, calves, thighs, and then up to your abdomen and lower back, chest, upper back, and shoulders. Next, relax your arms, hands, neck, head, and face. Let the muscles around your jaws and eyes relax. Take a deep breath. Hold it for a couple of seconds and release your breath. Do it for a couple of times. Straight your upper chest with a deep breath. Your spine is more upright. Why we have to sit upright posture? The cosmic energy surrounded by everywhere can travel through Brahmarandra to every part of it. So when your head is upright, it's an easy cosmic energy can pour into your body. Now you are ready to meet your higher self. Imagine you went astral travel. Many high beings were surrounded and sit around you. Feel the peace, joy, and love all around you. All these beings are helping you to meet your higher self. Imagine your higher self in a distance and coming forward to you. You can picture it as beautiful, shimmering, radiant light. Greet your higher self and invite it to come to closer. Mentally ask your higher self to assist you in making a stronger connection. Feel the radiance of its love surrounding by you, embracing you. Feel the light coming to you from your higher self, increasing your vibration. Your higher self is now merging and becoming one with you. Feel your molecules are merging with it. You are reclaiming your energy. Let your higher self merge with you even more until you feel energy patterns taking you to radiance of your higher self. Friends, now you and your higher self are one. Feel the flow of energy into your body. As a higher self, adjust your shoulders with confidence, with so much wisdom. Observe your facial expressions as a higher self. Now you are getting full guidance from your higher self. Now you are a wise teacher for yourself. You can advise yourself for any situation. Think of a situation you feel hard. Your higher self is answering to you now. If you get any random messages, take those intuitive messages and write it down. Your higher self came to you to show you purpose of the life. You are experiencing peace and harmony with your higher self. If you have any worries, seek your higher self help. It will show you an advice. Thank you, my dear higher self, for being with me and sitting along with me in this meditation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Place your hands on your eyes for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Thank you, friends. Hope you all connected. Had a good quick meditation. You can ask questions on anything that I have taught in this class or any questions on the meditation as well.
Thank you, Prasanna. It was really a wonderful session, and meditation was also quite intense. We were able to connect to our higher self. I feel that our friends would also had the same experience. Thank you very much for the session. And let us see the questions here. From Anup, I see a question as, a soul may decide to experience the alcoholism so the others may express and thus know themselves more profoundly as compassion.
Can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
So the first, his question was, the first initially was, it may be a soul plan. During that you talked up to waste it and then understand the bright side of it. It is not why soul decides various challenges. So on top to it, so a soul may decide to experience the alcoholism so that others may express and thus know themselves more profoundly as compassion, or like to make others to feel like I mean, they should feel
Yeah,
about themselves or
yeah,
to
I'll
make
answer.
ourselves.
I
Yeah.
got it. I got it. I'll answer here. Now, the soul, and when you are in the conscious level, soul conscious level, right? You will not choose any negative emotions, any negative things. I'll become a rapist. I'll become a drunkard. I'll become a criminal. These kind of things, no soul will want to come, because there, as a soul consciousness, you are aware of it, what has to be done. You may be thinking that, as I told you before, right? You may be thinking a different path. I wanted to born in a rich family and see how it is. I wanted to born in a very poor family and I want to grow up from there. And I wanted to born in a family where my parents will not accept me, but still I want to grow. These kind of challenges the soul will take, because soul will take wanted to take the different things, but soul will never. These are all the negative things, right? The crime, the criminal, becoming a criminal, and becoming a rapist, and becoming an alcoholist. These are the things which you are actually giving a pain to somebody. Nobody wants to give a pain to somebody as a soul consciousness, because you know that it creates a bad karma to you. When you know that it is giving a bad karma, how, why you want to choose it? We never want to choose it, right? Suppose we may want to choose it as a born in a poor family and want to grow. That may be an experience, but these are the things which will give you a bad karma, which you already know that you will not able to take it. Okay, you will not be able, you'll not. That is all we are doing in the free will. The 70% or 80% of the free will is there with us, right? In that free will we are taking. So the soul was given like lot of free will. You act, because I have given, the mind was given only for the human being, right? For every animal and all, only when they were hungry, they'll go and hunt the animal and they'll eat. But we have given that the power of thinking. So that thinking, in that free will, we are doing all these things. Is it clear? You ever asked? Anup, I think.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So to that question, answer, Prasanna. So the challenges a soul would take, is it based on its karma, or like how is it? The
No,
challenges.
some challenges are two ways. One is they wanted to take. Suppose, as I told you, right? Because if somebody is actually born as a blind, or somebody is born as a poor, it doesn't mean that actually they have done that bad karma. They wanted to experience that life, that kind of life, how they can come out of it. Okay, but there are some of the things, as I told you, right? Suppose a parent lost the kid. Let us take a parents lost the kid for 5 years old or something like that. So that they might have written. The reason is they must have harmed somebody in the previous incarnation, and they want to experience that pain, and by experiencing that pain they want to get rid of that karma. Because of that they took that one. Suppose whenever this lifetime it happened, if you think that okay, nishkama karma or all these things will say, so that's how it came. So whenever something has happened, okay, this is my karmic bondage, I have done it. Somebody cheated you, because it was written by yourself, because somebody, you cheated somebody. This lifetime I want to get cheated by somebody. So according to your plan, somebody came to your life and they cheated. But what we will see, suppose if you say that okay, that would have been my plan, and I'm excusing him, I'm forgiving him, nothing to do, he just played his role. Whenever you think that way, your karmic bondage ends there. But if you think that that guy cheated me, and if you start cribbing about it, your karmic bondage does not. But on the top of it, you have added thing, so that will get repeated again. Somebody might will come and cheat you again, until and unless you know that because you know that knowledge, right? Because of your karmic bondage only you are doing. Otherwise, the karmic bondage it will get repeated in your lifetimes.
Thank you, Prasanna. So next, going to Sandeep's question. In this scenario, it is also true that those victims were bound to go through that hard phase because of their own karma. So they're
Victims,
saying,
yes.
yeah,
Victims, yes.
or victims is yes. Okay.
Victims, yes. Those who are doing, they are doing in the free will. But victims, it is yes.
Okay. Again, in the decision of death, a person's consciousness will, whether to easily leave or not, that is consciousness, plays a major role, whether the body to suffer in the bed before the soul leaves the body. So
So,
he's
yeah,
asking
again,
about
that
the
is also
conscious. Yeah.
consciousness, right? Yeah, one is, as I told you, there are two, three things come into the place. One, as a what do you say, as a karmic bondage, if you think that I have to suffer at the time of death, and then if you have written, that is the one thing. The other thing is, suppose sudden thing is something happened that time, your consciousness do not want to leave the body, because you have a you are in the middle age and you have so many responsibilities to complete it. That time it won't. That time also it suffers in the bed. Okay, until you get to listen to the hostel masters, and then that is the case, the one case. These are the means sudden cases, but many cases they wanted to whatever the bondage they have it in the lifetime, right? They wanted to suffer in this lifetime itself at the before they leave the body, then they suffer at the end. Or sometimes, whether you may believe it or not, uh, that karmic bondage could be sometimes the kids, whoever is taking care, right? Their karmic bondage, because of their karmic bondage also the soul will suffer in the bed. Because if somebody is in the bed, who is actually suffering along with the soul? The persons who are actually serving them also will suffer, right? Because of them also, these people will be taking that role, because they are removing their karmic bondage of their kids only, whoever is taking care, I mean.
Got it. In the case of some kids' soul leaving early, why to take a birth into poor family of the soul if the soul knows it before that it wants to live or take birth in a rich family? There's a bit confusion there because souls know what to do well beforehand.
Yes, you right question, rightly asked. Because not because of the soul who came, that is not having any bondage here. These people who had that poor born as a poor family, who was in the poor family, they have some karmic bondage that they may lose. They have to experience that losing a kid. Okay, when you have to experience of a losing a kid, there in the souls, some daring souls will come and say that okay, I'll just live for a couple of years and come back, because it is not that soul decision. Because of their karmic bondage, some soul came forward that they will come and go. But these souls, right, after 2 years when they went, usually when we lived for 70 years or 60 years, after we went back, we have to go to that purgatory period, and we have to learn all the things, and we have to experience, and we have to check our akashic records, we have to ascend, then only we will come, we have to be in the line. But those souls who came just for 2 years and went back, they will not go through all the things, they'll come back again fast. They will not take so much time in that, because they do not, nothing, karmic bondage was not attached to anything, whatever the previous thing is there. Because of the parents karmic bondage they came, because they have to in their lifetime they want to experience losing a child, how it is, because they must have done something in the previous thing. And after they lose that one, with that grief, they kept something else, their attention to somewhere else, right? That is what it is.
Uh, in continuation to the query, so in the
Mhm.
case of cheating in businesses or one family suffers that is cheated, who were cheated, and the other family prospers, that is rich, who got who cheated. So the family were cheated or suffering in the physical world, but the rich businessman suffers after death in astral world. So is it a choice as well where you suffer, or is there a difference of benefits to suffer in any of these places?
No, the reason is here, what he's trying to tell with the example is, whether you know it or not, if you are a cause for any karma, because this businessman who was here, he became a reason for other women to die, right? Because he may not know it, because he know only as a business perspective only, no. But after that, what are the incidents happened, how he became the reason for that woman to die, that he may not know. He did not know when he is in the earth plane. But when he went as an because when we are here, every one of us, right, you or me or anybody one of us, we will do the things thinking that what we are doing is right only, because our knowledge is limited to that particular. We are seeing only the through window, we are seeing only the little part of it, we are not seeing that whole thing, right? When we are seeing only little there, whatever we think right is only we are doing. But when you go to that astral plane, you are seeing like a aerial view. You are able to see your past, present, and future, something, right? So everything you are able to see your life. Then you are understanding because of that, that thing is happened. So that cause and effect again. So whatever that you have done, because of that, somebody else have suffered, that karmic bondage, you have to take it on your account. It is not that he is suffering. It is in his account. He is made him understand why that bad karma came in his account. They in that period they made him understand why that bad karma. So I didn't do anything. Why 100 points are there in my bad karma? They will show all 100 points why they come. Okay, that is how it is.
So again, so thanks, Prasanna. Understand the day souls coming forward to give that karmic bondage experience for that poor couple they need to go through.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Not only that, here many people will say that some of the people will have lot of difficulties from the beginning to the end. They will have lot of difficulties. People will say, oh, those who are getting difficulties only will get difficulties. Those who are having the happiness will always be happy. The thing is, those souls are the one who took lot of karmic things, right? They have some 100 things are there in my bad karma. There are 100. Let us take. I may take only 10. This lifetime, I can't bear all the 100. I may take only 10. Suppose you are a very daring soul, you may take 20 and come. There is a person who took all 100. I don't want these lifetimes go and come, go and come. I don't want to do that. I will take all 100 and finish in this janma itself. Then she or he will have all the things in the one janma only, right? So they have to face lot of things. So they are daring souls, I can say.
Thank you. So yeah, Sandeep stated that he understood that the rich man, he has to come back to this life and to experience the karma which he has done, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Any other question, friends? So, Prasanna, in the meantime, so how does meditation helps? I mean, to clear, does meditation have any role or any part where it can have any impact on this karma or not? To clear or anything? Yeah.
So in the meditation, when you are doing, what will happen is when you are able to do that astral travel and when you are able to do this thing, when you know this knowledge, meditation on because of meditation only we are all here, right? When we are able to know that. Suppose when I'm doing something harm, maybe I'll think that nobody is seeing, so I can do something. But when I know all this cause and effect, for every cause there will be an effect. There is something that I have to face. When I know that, do you able to do that?
No.
You will not able to do that, right? Because every small thing, that Sita Devi example, that is why I gave it to you. Sita Devi, just to provoke Lakshmana, she must have used that. We don't know whether she has that intention or not, because what is her intention? She want to send Lakshmana to save her husband. That's all his thing. Because he is not going, she used that to provoke him so that he went. But she don't know how much he took in his heart, right? He must have see Sita. I'm treating her like my mom. That's how, right? So she treat her like a mom only. So Sita is very. She had a lot of respect. That Sita, that Vadina, she talked like this to me. How much he would have felt. So when the Mahashakti, she herself took the birth on the earth, she has to face the consequence. So when we know that, can we do anything? When we did any small thing, we have to face that back in the equal amount. When we know that, when did you know all these things? Maybe without meditation also, you must have known, you must have heard about from your grannies or grandmas some stories. But did you get this deeper understanding? And also in the meditation you will literally feel experience. That is what my personal experience. When you literally experience that, suppose you will go to the god and you'll do that japam tapam puja, all these things you do. But when you are in the meditation, when you are inviting the Lord Shiva or anybody, when he is able to sit in front of you and he is meditating you, when you are guiding meditation, right? And when going on, when you are able to sit, then how do you feel? You don't feel like going to, and you will come to that Advaita Bhava, right? So the God is within you. You can able to, because you are also the part of the God. So you have to behave that way only. You will not, because now We are in that, right? God is separate, we are separate. We are just asking, begging God, give that, give this, give that. But when we know that, that is the what my meditation is, when we are connecting to your higher self, when you are getting all the thoughts as the intuitions, what you have to do, what you are supposed to do, all those things as an intuitions, when you can connect, then you feel that power within you. The power is within you. You are creating your own reality. When you are able to know that, you are able to ascend more. You will not feel that you are just an ordinary man. You can acquire everything. Your infinite possibilities are there, infinite abilities are there. That thing you will come to know.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna. It was a really wonderful explanation. So everyone has a question like why the meditation does not have does not change. But yes, it definitely changed. Like our karma, like we would be able to go in a righteous path instead of taking, hiding ourselves from, without from others. We are not doing from others, but we are hiding to ourselves as well. So we can, we have now we have got that clarity that how we have to lead our life. Yeah. Thank you so much, Prasanna.
Thank you. Thank
Friends,
you all.
do you have any other questions? If not, we're going to end our session. I hope these are the questions, Prasanna, for today.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you
Lavanya.
very much. Yeah. I will meet you
See you
next
next
Sunday.
week.
Yeah,
Okay.
thank you. Friends, please do subscribe the Divine Breath YouTube channel so that you'll be able to hear our next classes, which will be so interesting. The upcoming class from Prasanna. Thank you. Thank you very much.